From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the L.A. Chargers. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
He'll take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Following the interception, Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
That flag, that'll push him back 5. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. They run here with Dowdle. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 3. Now Young. And that is incomplete. They had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Fitzgerald on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So now after the field goal, Fitzgerald back out there to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. Their 2nd drive with the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
Now a 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the 1st quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
A 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They run again with Dowdle. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the 1st down play.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Young to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Young will set to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn the overs. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
They got completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
Herbert now. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Herbert off of play action. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 20. Here's Herbert. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
Throwing, Young. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Looking to throw, Young. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here is Young. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's one way you take away a 1st down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's got this down to the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
On the give, it's Vidal. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
From the 27, Herbert. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. Out of the gun, Herbert. That is caught. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line.
A gain of
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First down.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Herbert running left off the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Former first-rounder Derek Brown living up to the billing on that stop. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the intended receiver on the play. And it's third down.
Third down and 12 yards to go.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Cameron Dicker
on now to try the field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes them back 5. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They go play action. Young. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A running play. It's Dowdle. And they'll get to it after a gain of 7 to the 47. So a nice run there, but negated by the illegal block in the back.
Yeah, and on that type of a play as a receiver, you just want to kind of hold your guy up on the outside, do a little stalk blocking with him. But this time, got a little too aggressive, and out came the flag.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Young now. That's taken in. It's Xavier Ligon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now Young. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down after big yardage. But, folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. To throw, Young. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code that he could not hang on to.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is. But that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers. Literally and figuratively.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now it's Herbert. Pass out left finds Johnston. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. Here's Herbert. Wow, that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Nick Scott on the coverage.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing it into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here's a 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Now here's Young. The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Herbert. Short throw to Disley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Here's a 2nd and 8. In motion goes the tight end. And they just get the play off. Now Young. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Young. Now he'll tuck this and run. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Young to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one, so you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it, field goal time.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
So all field goals so far, 6-3 our score as the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Chargers. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are in great shape here as they take over at the 36-yard line. Following the interception, Young. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Young to throw it. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Rico Dowdle, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Chargers 3.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
And the Chargers first down.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now Young. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Play action. It's Herbert. This one finds McConkey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
On the ground, it's Vidal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Herbert now. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They'll run with Vidal. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. DJ Waddle got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he won't get in, but you can't be set up any better than that. They'll have the ball at the 1-yard line. A run. Here's Vidal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Kamani Vidal. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chargers take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10.
Makes the score Panthers 13, Chargers 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Panthers about ready to take over. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. The tight end in motion right. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. But now he appears to be in some pain. More from L.A. in a moment. From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. The play fake. Now Young. His throw incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing, Young. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them would be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
He was tackled at the
67 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Looking to throw, Young. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Young. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here's Sam Martin now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
And as you prepare for this team, you have to understand that no matter where they are in the field, this is an offense that will take its shots. And true to form, they do exactly that and break off a big chunk of yardage and help their field position.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. That time he took a little bit of a shot off the run-pass option.
Well, you know what he's trying to do. He's trying to draw the defenders closer to the line of scrimmage with the fake inside. And when he stepped back, he thought he might have had that. Instead, they played it awfully well. Incomplete pass downfield.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So the penalty there for a block in the back.
And that's when you normally see a blocker put his hands up right away to say, no, I didn't do it. But this time, yes, you did.
They run the counter. Vidal. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Throwing on second and long. Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Short throw to Disley. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Young now. And his throw is incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Young now from the 50. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the 1st down.
To throw, Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Fourth down, Young. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 18. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field, downfield.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Now you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
And they'll stretch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Young will set to throw.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 8.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 22. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
DJ Waddle picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
At the 29-yard line.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Slot man moves right. Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. And Allen's got it.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment.
They'll run on 1st down. Vidal. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Again, it's Vidal.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Vidal.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Now 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Vidal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Kamani Vidal with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Chargers 17, Panthers 13.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming out, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now here's Young.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Young.
Now he's going to step up and run.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
He was brought down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Young off the play fake. It's caught by Sanders. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 33. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Young to throw it.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Young. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
For the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
So now after the field goal, Fitzgerald back out there to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense.
I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
To the air again, Herbert. But he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here's Herbert. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Herbert back to the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Herbert now.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And when you've already thrown 2 interceptions, you got to take extra special care of the football, because that one could very easily have been a 3rd.
Yeah, off balance, pressure coming. Probably just has to stick that one in his pocket, right?
He does. I just think that when he's in a rut like this, I think this happens to a lot of quarterbacks, they try and overcome it by making big-time throws. Throws they know they shouldn't make, but they're hoping to complete them rather than having the confidence that they actually will.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Now, after the Digger field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. This is 1st and 10. Here's Young. Now he'll tuck this and run.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here's 2nd down. Young to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Young. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
And 11 at the 26-yard line.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Southern California.